Amazon KDP terminated me. Well, here's what really happened. This is my Amazon story, part 1, because there is part 2 coming next week. This is when the rug really got ripped out from under me. What Amazon doesn't want authors to say, but I'm saying it anyway, is this is what happened. Tuesday morning, 7 a.m., one email. Everything I've been building for the past few years, gone. And if you're in midlife and you've ever felt like the universe just, as I said, pulled the rug out from under you, this story is for you. I'm Beryl, and if you're new here, well, welcome to our community of women or writers or publishers watching this who are rewriting their stories, or at least trying to, in midlife. Today, I'm sharing one of the most vulnerable, raw stories that I've ever told on this channel, and it just happened this week. Because sometimes the thing that feels like your biggest failure actually becomes your greatest redirection. Who knows? Let me paint the picture for you. 2 years ago, I invested, and heavily invested, in learning how to publish books properly on Amazon. We're talking about a course costing thousands of dollars. I'm actually embarrassed to say I did this because I believed in doing this right. I believed in following the rules and following the system. I published several books under pen names and got beautiful 4.7 to 5-star reviews from readers, and people were actually connecting with my work and my stories. And I was finally starting to see this as a real income stream. But more than that, I'd been pouring my heart and my soul into writing my first book under my own name, my story, my words, my experience under my name. It was supposed to launch at the end of this month, literally in less than 2 weeks' time. How's that? Tuesday morning, I'm checking emails, and you know that feeling when you see an email from a company and your stomach just drops. Well, that was this. My blood ran cold. Hello, we have terminated your KDP account because we found that the cover and or book details imitate a previously published book. Not suspended, not under review, terminated permanently. This book had actually already been selling for over a year on the Amazon platform. Now, I'm pretty sure what happened is their internal bot flagged my cover because it looked similar to another book's cover. But here's the thing, that they don't actually want to hear my side of the story. They don't care that my books have 5-star reviews from readers who actually love them. They don't care that I followed their own training guidelines and program. The email followed on with, as part of the account termination process, you can no longer access your KDP account, bookshelf, or reports, and we have removed your published books from the Amazon store. You're also not eligible to receive any outstanding royalties, and you're not allowed to open a KDP account ever. They just took all my books down, not just the one in question, terminated my account, not suspended it, terminated it, and said I can't receive any outstanding royalty payments, and I'm permanently banned from ever creating a new KDP account. And people, I need you to understand, this wasn't just about losing some little side hustles, little side income. This was about having worked so hard to rebuild myself, to create something meaningful, to show my community that it's never too late to pivot and reinvent yourself. And because of what I believe was an automated system error, it felt like all of that was just erased. I've sent 3 detailed messages to Amazon and they won't listen. They're sticking to their guns. They don't care. These type of responses. Hello, thank you for the email concerning the status of your account. Well, what account? After reviewing your response, we have re-evaluated the content guideline violations relating to the titles now in your account. We found that you have published titles with misleading metadata, including cover, which creates a negative customer experience. Well, I thought it was only with one book. Now all of a sudden it's titles. And as a result, we are upholding our previous decision to terminate your KDP account and remove all your titles from Amazon. If you have any questions or believe you've received this email in error, please reply to this message. Then I responded with a long email, very politely, asking what it was I could do to rectify whatever it was. And I got this response from them. Hello. As per our policy, we reserve the right not to disclose any type of information that we consider sensitive data. We are unable to elaborate further on specific details regarding our terms and conditions beyond what is available in the following help pages, blah, blah, blah. Basically, we're not telling you what you did wrong. We're not telling you how to fix it. Just suck it up, deal with it, you're terminated. People, this is what I mean about systems that don't see you as human. I know that Amazon uses bots and drones for a lot of things, but even the humans who work there seem to have no empathy, no consideration for the fact that I have 5-star reviews, no interest in my side of the story, just read our vague guidelines and figure it out, and we're not interested. In fact, I did the entire course, so I know all the guidelines. But here's what I realized as I sat there staring at this email. This isn't really about Amazon's bots or their appeal process that doesn't actually listen. This is about something so much deeper that every person watching this has experienced at some point in their lives. How many of you have been dismissed by a system that didn't bother to look at your individual case? And how many of you have had years of good work overshadowed by one perceived mistake? And how many of you have been told that's final when you know that there's more to the story and you can't do anything about it, because that's what this felt like and it feels like being fired from a job where no one asks for your side, like having your ASIN suspended, your author rank reset, your KDP dashboard locked, and your royalty payments frozen, all because an algorithm decided that you were guilty. Well, it felt like every time I've been judged by people who don't actually know my heart, my work, or my story. Everyone tiptoes around Amazon like there's some untouchable deity. This fear is real in the author community. People that publish on KDP on Amazon whisper about account terminations like they're talking about Voldemort. Honestly, something has to be done. We can't live in fear like this. And then something else happened. I woke up the next morning and instead of feeling defeated, I actually felt curious. Wait a minute. What if this isn't actually happening to me? What if this is happening for me? What if every single time a system has tried to silence me, dismiss me, keep me quiet, put me in a box, it's actually been redirecting me towards something better, bigger, something more aligned, something where I have more control. Maybe I don't need Amazon's approval. Maybe I don't need their algorithm to decide if my work is worthy or not. And maybe my books belong directly in the hands of the actual readers who need them and want to read them the most. people, we spend so much of our lives trying to fit into systems that don't actually see us, whether that's corporate life or KDP policies, BSR rankings that favor certain genres or algorithms that can destroy your author business in a millisecond without any human review. Well, maybe, just maybe, when those systems reject us, they're actually doing us a favor. Maybe our work isn't supposed to be buried on page 47 or whatever it is of Amazon search results, competing with millions of other titles for visibility. And maybe we don't want to be involved in their pay-to-play system. Basically, if you don't advertise, you don't sell. Maybe what we write is supposed to go directly to the people who need it most, without any middleman deciding if we're worthy or not. Now, I don't know how the story ends yet. I've appealed the decision again. I have a call with experts on Friday, but what I do know is this, that I'm not going to let someone else's no become my final answer. There is life beyond Amazon KDP, and I have some ideas brewing that honestly have me more excited than I've actually been in months. Because when you can't go through the traditional door, you get creative about building your own. Here's what I want to know from you. When has life pulled the rug out from under you like this? And what did you discover about it? And what did you do? And especially drop in the comments, because I actually read every single comment. And especially if you've experienced a similar situation with Amazon KDP. If this story resonated with you, hit that subscribe button, because part 2 is coming out next week, and I have a feeling that it's going to be even better than part 1. Until then, remember, for myself as well, this has been a tough week. Chin up. You're not too old. It's not too late. You're not alone on this journey, and you can do something about it. Worse things have happened, and I'll see you next week.